Hey everyone, welcome back to another brand new video on my channel. Today's video, I'm actually going to be talking to you, telling you a little bit of my past about the first time that I ever smoked cannabis, alright? The first ever time I took an illegal drug, alright? The first time I smoked weed. That sounds funny when I say that. Okay, so I was about 13 years old and I was in secondary school, and the first time I'd ever bought marijuana was when we were going to the zoo. Alright, now I had a friend in school, wasn't a close friend, just classmate friend, I guess. Um, everyone fucking hated me. I was annoying. I was fucking stupid. I was fucking made fun of and shit. But that's for another story. All right. So we're on the bus to the zoo now, right? And this is kind of like I can't remember what this is for, but we're on the way to the zoo, right? So we're coming back now, all right? And the teacher just let us go home for that day. So we would go to the zoo, then we would just have to go home. So it's like we'd never actually had to go back to school, which was fucking awesome. Anyway, as expected. Anyway, he actually went out to go buy weed, right? And I asked him if he could get me weed, right? So he got like maybe just under a gram, so like about a 0.8 of weed. And no, I think it was a gram actually. I think it was a good gram, and it was a good solid nug as well. And he went out to go get weed, and at the back of the bus, there was some boys there, and they were kind of trying to like cover up and see what was. They were all kind of like close together. So I paid £5 for this weed, right, and I bought it, and that was it. And I knew that I got to go home then after school, And obviously, no one knew that I had ever smoked weed or if I had ever done drugs before, because when you're 13 years old and when you're buying fucking weed, you get that fucking paranoia because you've got fucking drugs on you, you know what I mean? And you're kind of a bit fucking scared now. So that's what I was like. And I was mainly going to use it for my depression, because I heard that it can make you very relaxed and it can make you happy and it can help you. That's all I knew, even though I knew that it was an illegal drug. So I bought it now for about £5, and then I quickly went home after that. This was on the bus with the fucking teacher on the bus. So I buy it, and then I go home, and then I get an empty packet of wipes, right? Now, before I had one of these beds where it was, where it's got like the poles on the ends, and not like that bed, like an actual bed that you can put stuff underneath it, one of them. I hate that fucking bed. So yeah, I get an empty packet of wipes, right? There's no wipes in them, and I put it under my bed, and I'm trying to hide this weed. I'm really trying to fucking hide it so my mother doesn't smell it or see it, right? So I put it under my bed now, and then I put the little bag of weed in the white packet. And it doesn't smell at all. And then at the end of the night, I slowly start eating the bud, like little parts of the bud. And I was eating it, and I was like, that tastes pretty good. And then instantly the fucking smell just came out, and I was like, oh fuck. So I ended up putting it back in the packet, then putting it in under my bed under the wipes. And then every night, little by little, I would just eat a little bit of it until there was none left. And then I came into school about 2 days later, and then they said, have you finished that weed? And I said, yeah. And then they says, how was it? And I says, I didn't smoke it, I ate it. And they all just fucking laughed at me, you know what I mean? They were like, he ate weed, and they were all just fucking laughing at me and shit. And I was feeling a little bit embarrassed at the time, but I was like, but now I'm thinking back now, and I'm thinking, why would you fucking laugh at me eating weed? Like, edibles, motherfucker. Edibles. What? It's like, if I ate weed at that age, fuck, I would have went through like a 6-hour fucking high. 16-hour high, man. So it's like, if someone said you ate fucking weed, damn, you must be so fucking baked. You know what I mean? So it's like, edibles. So no, that wasn't a mistake, and plus I didn't know how to fucking roll. So the second time, right, that I buy weed is about a year, no, about half a year later or something, and I have um £10 with me right this time. And so I buy the weed now, and he's got it underneath a bush right outside a house. I'm like thinking to myself, fucking hell, this is dodgy, you know? I mean, it's like underneath in a house, like that could have just fucking blown, you know what I mean? That the wind could have just blown that, you know? So it's lunchtime now, and he takes me around to this little bit, and you know, I give him the money, and it's less the weed that I had before, so it's like a 0.5, you know, £5 worth of weed, and I paid £10 for it, so I was like, fuck. At the time, I didn't know, but I knew that I was getting ripped off at some point. And then there's like a fucking wet cigarette because it's in the bag and it had been raining that day. And it was all fucking wet, and I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? You know, I don't want that fucking cigarette. Because I was very anti-tobacco and very anti-cigarettes, because obviously the fear and shit that they told you in school, don't smoke cigarettes, you'll get cancer, you'll die fucking 50 years younger or something. So I was like, I don't want that fucking cigarette. So I threw it on the ground. And then he was like, okay then, you know, and it wasn't fucking rolling tobacco, like natural rolling tobacco, it was fucking cigarette tobacco. Ugh. So he gives me the pack of the weed now, and I pay him, and then that's us, you know. And then I keep it in my bag and shit, and I keep it safe there. You know what I mean? I try to go through that throughout the whole day. It doesn't smell or anything. I try and go through it throughout the whole day of me just fucking can't wait to go home to fucking try it and shit. At the same time, got a lot of anxiety on me. So I come home now, and yeah, there's like two little rolling papers, like not even a fucking booklet, like two little fucking rolling papers in the packet. I'm thinking, what the fuck, man? You know? And I think there's like little fucking tears in them and shit. And they were the Rizla green ones. I'm sure. They weren't Swan or anything, but I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I go home now, and I say, Mom, I'm going out. And then she's like, oh, where are you going? I said, oh, no, just to the park or whatever. And she's like, all right, okay, well, don't be too long. So I go out now, and it's about August time, you know, September, and it's dark. It's getting dark and cold. So I go outside to the park, and I sit on the grass, and now I've got this little bag of weed, and I'm shaking like this in the park, and I'm trying to like think to myself, how do I roll this? How do I roll this? I'm looking around, you know, because I really don't want to get fucking caught, you know. So I'm looking around in the park. I'm sat down. I see this woman over there, you know. She's irrelevant to the story though. So I see this woman over there. I'm thinking, fuck, she's looking at me. And then I instantly get fucking paranoid. She's looking at me. Why is she looking at me? You know, I've just got this little paper in my hand, and I'm like, fucking looking. He's like, she's looking at me, you know. I'm getting a bit creeped out, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking that she's going to phone the police or something, you know? So I'm trying to roll it now, and I can't roll it, and I'm trying to fold it and tuck it, and you know what I mean? It's just not working. I'm not even rolling it, I'm just tucking it in, and it was a disaster, honestly. I didn't even use a filter or anything, because I never even knew that you needed to filter, you know? I would have just used, like, I don't know what I would have used. I would have used like the other paper and then rolled it up really tightly or something and used that as the filter. Um, but yeah, I fucking or just put like a big bit of fucking weed at the end. Um, so I managed to like fold it, and it was fucking shit. Yeah, I mean it was fucking shit. And by the time that I even walked to the bit where I was gonna light it, half of it had all fell out, you know, onto the ground, and it was fucking gone in the wind. You know what I mean? It blew all over the grass and onto the concrete. I'm like, fuck. So I light it, and I managed to get like one hit or two hits out of it, and then instantly just go, you know what I mean? Because it isn't tightly rolled. It's just fucking so slack. So it just go, and that was it. And I only managed to get like a couple draws out of it, and I only got one really good hit out of it, and maybe like half a one, out of the others. I only managed to get about 2 hits. But in reality, I was like puffing it like 4 times. And after that, I felt no effect at all. I walked home and I started kind of dancing in the street, and I was happy. I don't know if I was high. I don't think I was high. But I was just happy. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that I was high. I was like, oh, I'm so fucking high right now. 420, motherfucker. But that's what I was like. I went home and that was it, and it was good. I enjoyed it. Yeah. Only just about a year and a half ago, I properly started smoking weed, and I admitted it to my mother. So yeah, I'm not a stoner. I've stopped smoking drugs. I don't do drugs anymore. Although I am gonna start smoking a little bit of weed again in the summer. I'll maybe buy about £25 worth of weed, then I'll get about 5 gram, because I'm not fucking buying that dodgy weed again. Fuck that. I mean, I don't know what that fucking weed was that I smoked last year. Fucking hell, man. I don't even know. It wasn't a good fucking high, let me tell you that. But yeah, tell me if you like this story, if you want me to tell you more stories. Anything you like, Last week I told you about the time I chased someone with a fucking hammer. So I mean, it did happen. It did happen. It's not like a big fucking hammer. It was a little small one. But if you like these stories, tell me in the comments. Then I'll make more videos for these. If you like them, please share this video out to your friends if you think that they'd enjoy my channel as well. I'm happy. I'm good. And yeah. I'm sleepy, but I'm fine. I'm not gonna sleep. But yeah. I need to get my room cleaned up pretty soon as well. I have bottles and stuff all over the floor. But yeah, anyway, it has been 2 whole days of not smoking cigarettes. I think I'm really off them now. I have no interest in smoking anymore. Wow, holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit, man. Smoking is highly addictive, and I'm able to just come off them in 2 days. Fucking hell. What a fucking step up for me, man. You warn your kids to never smoke and stuff, and it's like, fucking hell, man. Everyone I've known who's smoked is always addicted. Who's still on them 30 years later than me. I've been smoking since I was 15. 3 years, and I've been able to just fucking quit, I've started and stopped and started and stopped, but fuck me. Fucking cutting myself is more addictive. Yeah, I mean, I stopped because it was just giving me a wheezy chest all the time, and I was smoking mild tobacco, and I like that tobacco. I still like that tobacco, but I do love tobacco. I really do love it. It's an amazing fucking plant to smoke. It's fucking lovely. But the addiction and the health benefits, the health parts of it are pretty fucking bad. But I like tobacco here and there, But yeah, 2 whole days of not smoking cigarettes, well, tobacco, and I feel good. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I'll see you in my next video.